Thank you for holding, everybody. We're now joined with the head coach of South Alabama, Matthew Graves. If you have a question for Coach Graves, please dial *1 on your phone at this time. South Alabama is the number 6 seed. We'll play UALR on Thursday in the opening round, at 7:30 p.m., and it can be seen on ESPN3. Again, if you have a question for Coach Graves, please dial *1 on your phone at this time. And again, *1 to get your questions in the queue. Coach, while we're on that, would you mind starting us off with the opening statement?
Well, thank you. I'm really excited, for our team and for our players to have an opportunity to compete in the Sun Belt Conference tournament. Obviously, last year we missed out on it, and the guys are extremely excited. And I thought the league this year was extremely well balanced and very competitive. Obviously, all the way to the last weekend, you had teams vying for different spots, and I think that makes it extremely exciting. And we're certainly thankful to be a part and understand that we have an incredible challenge playing UALR. I think Coach Shields did an outstanding job, getting his team in the position it is because of their injuries and various things. I think he did a wonderful job, and we're certainly going to have our work cut out for us on Thursday night.
Thank you, Coach. Our first questions, I believe, come from Troy with the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette. Please go ahead.
Hey, Coach. How you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Hey, just curious, it's been so long since you guys have played each other. I think it was January 19th. I mean, how have you guys changed as a team since then, and does that provide a little different challenge going into the tournament when you're playing a team you haven't seen in, kind of almost 2 months?
Well, I think that's a good thing because you're exactly right. I think both teams are playing a lot different than they were, back in late January. I think we've started to show more consistency in our effort and consistency in how we approach the game. So I feel like certainly we're a much better team, and I think with UALR, the thing that they've done a great job of is really spreading the floor, and they really challenge your defense because at any one time they could put 5 guys that are capable of either making a three or putting the ball on the deck and making it hard for you to guard. And you really got to be aware, and you can't get spread out against those guys. They'll make you pay for that. So certainly, like I said, I think Coach Shields did a tremendous job, getting his guys to that point because it could have been really easy for them to quit when they lost a bunch of games in a row, had the injury and to White, and I think they battled back and are playing some really good basketball.
Yeah. Think back to that time you guys were in Little Rock. I think it was on January 5th, so it's a while ago. But you guys came in and were struggling, and you got a road win, and you guys seemed to. Did you guys find something that day? I mean, was that maybe a spark that kind of helped kind of get you guys to where you're at now, if you remember?
Yeah, there was certainly it was what I call a tipping point for our program and our team. We came off a very embarrassing loss at Texas Arlington, where we did not play well at all. We left their arena at 2-10 on the season, and we were talking to the coaching staff. We were just wondering if we were going to win one more game the rest of the year, and it was certainly a very low point in our program and in our season. And what we decided to do, we spoke as a staff, and then we got some of the older guys together, and they decided to have a players-only meeting. That's actually one of our, I say players-only, but one of our assistant coaches was in there to kind of help guide them through that meeting. And that meeting really changed our season. It was very eye-opening. Players called each other out a little bit. Some players did some self-evaluation, and I think sometimes that's the hardest thing to do, especially as an 18 to 22-year-old, and to look yourself in the mirror and your peers and really self-evaluate what you're doing well for the team, what you can do more to help the team. And I think it was an eye-opening experience, and we were fortunate enough to win that game, and I think that gave us confidence moving forward. And we've not played perfect, obviously, since, but certainly played much better since that moment. And I think that was a big turning point in our season, was that meeting we had in the hotel in Little Rock, Arkansas.
Interesting. Thanks, Coach.
You're welcome.
Coach, our next questions come from Adam with the Monroe News Star. Please go ahead, Adam.
Okay. Hey, Coach, how you doing? This is Adam Hunsucker with the News Star up in Monroe, Louisiana. Question I had for you, obviously, this one's obviously important to try to get into that quarterfinal round. And if you're fortunate enough to get there, you're going to end up playing Louisiana Monroe. But I just wanted to kind of get your thoughts on them and what your impressions were having played them twice this year.
Well, the first thing we need to do if we're fortunate enough to get there is figure out a way to add about 3 or 4 inches to each of our guys, because the length and size that ULM has, that's a big concern, and that was really troublesome for us. And I really enjoy watching them play, because I think they're one of the top defensive teams in the league. They do a great job of swarming the ball, getting their hands on balls, deflections, getting to help side. I'm really impressed with how well they defend the ball. And if they're able to get consistent scoring and not go into scoring droughts that they've done this season, they're really hard to beat, because they don't beat themselves on the defensive side of the ball, and they don't turn it over. So if they make shots, they're a very difficult and impressive team to watch.
All right, Coach. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Adam, and thank you, Coach. That's all the time we have for you today. We do appreciate it. Thank you for joining us.
All right. Thank you. Take care.
Thank you. Remember, stand by. We're going to place the members of the media on a brief hold. We'll be back with Steve Shields, the head coach of UALR. Please stand by.